Hey guys, Ellie here from Next Chapter Homestead, and today I'm doing a few odd tasks that I'm taking you along with just so that we can get them tied up before we hit our full summer swing in the garden, because I'd obviously prefer to put my attention in those areas than do silly little maintenance tasks that I could have probably avoided. So today we're going to get those things done. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it, there we go. Hey guys, this is incredibly hot work. I've just moved the camera over so that you're in the shade, and I'm gonna focus you down on the rest of the weeding that I'm doing, and I'm just gonna carry on puttering along until I get the job done. Oh, hello. Alright, there we have it, a nice weed-free driveway. Next job is to deal with those tomatoes over there, and I think we're going to start off by harvesting whatever we can off of them before Mary eats everything. In my tomato containers, I ended up using bamboo stakes and a little bit of wire just to string up the tomatoes. I also removed any sick or sickly leaves, at least on the bottom of the tomatoes, just to open them up so that they had more airflow and that they could do a little bit better and focus their attention on healthy growth. Okay guys, it's still crazy hot outside, so I'm actually hiding under the umbrella at the moment, but the plan is to tidy up this container area here around me and then essentially just replant some of them because they've lived out their cycle. So now I get to pull things out and put new things in, which is kind of exciting, but it does mean I'm also moving a few things around, digging them out of the garden, planting them into pots, or potentially the other way as well. So let's get started. In this corner there's not too much to change. In this particular pot I have echinacea, and in this one I have some freesias that are done for the season, so I'm going to be cleaning them up. But it does leave their container available. So what I have is I have this pot here that has a parsley in, and two of them underneath the arch also only have one individual parsley in. So I'm going to plant all three parsleys into this one container and keep them in one spot together where it is slightly shadier, and they will actually enjoy the growing environment. Let's put both gloves on just because spiders. And if I get bitten by one, I'll never hear the end of it. Right, so I have this empty pot here, and this I'm going to be moving out of the area and putting on the grass so that we can empty them of their soil, amend it, refill them, and replant them. But today the main aim is to tidy up this area, and we're going to start that by filling pots and emptying pots. This pot has a vine growing in it and happens to be the same size as the previous one, so I'm going to just shift it over slightly so that it touches the wall. So if we need to, we can then make a plan to allow whatever this volunteer is to grow. Right, so I've got this container soil that I'm just going to top this one up with. I'll blend it through, and then I'll come back and plant my parsley into the soil. Right, now that the soil level has been raised, and you know that it has because you can physically see it, I'm going to dig out this parsley. Now that we've got the parsley potted out here, and this container is essentially void of any plants, we are going to move this onto the grass. This is a dahlia that sprouted in our garden, and I just need to find a container to plant it in so that we can let it continue its life journey. Right, so I'm just going to come through on the citronella and pull out the weeds at the bottom and deadhead any of the finished flowers. This was sold to us as a citronella, and I've seen a lot of people saying that it's a scented geranium. So let's assume that this is a citronella scented geranium. Not actually sure of what its actual name would be then, but it is really good for keeping away the mosquitoes and the flies. Let's move some pots. This one first. We're in the archway area now, and I just have these 5 pots to quickly clean out. I'm going to take this Swiss chard and plant it into the garden bed because the one rhodode died, and now I've got a gap, so I might as well use it. I'm going to pull out the clovers out of this particular pot and leave what remains behind, and on this particular pot I'm actually going to remove it. So in the end of today there should only be this one, and this one in this particular corner. These two pots will be shifted. This container I'm actually weeding out of at the moment used to belong to my uncle, and when he passed away in the beginning of the year, I inherited many of his containers, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to add them to my collection and use them and have a nice reminder that he's around, keeps his memory alive. But this particular pot, when we got it, we weren't actually sure what was growing in it. So we knew it was a plant of some kind, but we weren't sure what. So I've actually just left it, and we decided we'd see if it overwintered or not, and if it did, we would keep it. So over the weekend, I was actually with my mother at my uncle's house, and I think after talking to her that this might be a clivia, but I'm going to have to give her a call or ask her to come around and have a look, so that I can have somebody with a little bit more knowledge of this tell me whether or not they think this is a clivia. Actually, if you know what it is and you're confident, leave a comment below and let me know what you think it is, and I guess we'll find out together. Hey guys, so I'm just hanging out in the shade here a little bit. I'm still busy cleaning up the outside area. I have not let that go askew. We've come back, we've been working hard, and it's looking pretty good as far as I'm concerned, which I suppose is all that really matters, since it is my garden, my escape. But I've just let the chickens out while I work so I can watch them, and so that they can have a little bit of free ranging time. So maybe you see them, maybe you don't. Thanks for joining me today as we did a bit of maintenance in the garden, but now I get to enjoy my outdoor area, and I do feel that's very important when you are a gardener. It's a little bit hard to envision what your garden could become if you're not physically in your space. Put a chair outside, enjoy it, take the time, learn your garden, and try new things. That's what I'm doing. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.